It seems to me that if Blake wants this to stick, or, the other two, no one else is coming forward saying that they also were harassed or experienced anything untoward with their director, Justin Baldoni. But Blake's going to have to get Sony to come forward, and I don't think they have. And if they haven't, I don't see them coming forward.
Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, actually he's a street fighter.
Right.
And he actually said this lovely quote. He goes, Ms. Lively's recent motion to dismiss herself from the self-concocted disaster she initiated is one of the most abhorrent examples of our legal system. We will continue to hold Ms. Lively accountable for her actions of pure malice.
Hold up. There's a shocking new twist in the Baldoni-Blake Lively scandal, and it might just flip everything on its head, especially in their ongoing lawsuit.
Amended complaints happen all the time. People change their complaints all the time. Rarely do you see, though, people change the complaint to such a degree that you change your story completely. So, my assumption would be the story will be similar, and there may be things that are additive to it.
So, we all remember when Blake Lively dropped a legal bomb on Justin Baldoni, accusing him of harassment and manipulation. And, of course, Ryan Reynolds' recent demand only added fuel to the already raging Hollywood fire. But here's where things get interesting. Blake's lawsuit against Baldoni has allegedly made Ryan the center of attention, as many fans are questioning Ryan's support for Blake in the lawsuit, as recently he made a blistering demand to be removed from Baldoni's lawsuit against his wife.
He wants to be completely dismissed from the lawsuit. He wants out on the lawsuit.
Ryan is also in the spotlight as he's added fuel to the fire by calling out Baldoni as a sexual predator.
First part of the claim, a defamation claim, while sort of also copping to the fact that Ryan Reynolds did call Justin Baldoni a predator. Remember, they had in their lawsuit said that he went up to a guy that worked at WME. This was allegedly at the Deadpool and Wolverine premiere, and said, you need to let go of him from WME because he's a sexual predator.
But what confused many fans is that despite making such strong accusations, he now wants out of the lawsuit. This contradiction has shifted the focus from Blake to Ryan, with many speculating that his actions are not only affecting his career, but also causing cracks in their marriage.
Ryan believed that was true. Ryan believed that he was a predator, and therefore, this is not problematic because he believed it. The exact language is the entirety of the plaintiff's defamation claim appears to be based on the 2 times that Mr. Reynolds allegedly called Mr. Baldoni a predator, but the FAC, which is just the initial filing, the filing of the amended complaint, alleges no plausible facts that suggest that Mr. Reynolds did not believe this comment to be true. Calling someone a predator amounts to constitutionally protected opinion.
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, the ultimate Hollywood power couple, right? Fans can't get enough of their playful banter and the way they always seem to have each other's backs. But here's the thing, behind all those picture-perfect moments, cracks are starting to show. Turns out, they might not be as flawless as everyone thought. Blake Lively's legal battle with her former It Ends With Us co-star Justin Baldoni isn't just making waves in court, it's also putting a strain on her marriage with Ryan Reynolds. According to Us Weekly, a source revealed that all the back and forth in court and the media has been tough on both Blake and Ryan. The insider also shared that things are tense at home given the level of scrutiny they're facing, and it looks like Blake isn't denying it. She's even acknowledged the pressure in her public court filings. On the other hand, sources claim that Baldoni feels like he's been unfairly turned into the bad guy, insisting that Blake is using her platform to control the narrative.
Has been destroyed by this. The company, the individuals at the company. This is a really serious thing.
On the latest episode of Matthew Belloni's podcast, The Town, the host sat down with Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, and shared his take on the lawsuits, predicting they would probably end in a settlement. But Friedman seemed to hint that Baldoni wasn't backing down anytime soon, though he didn't outright say it. That level of determination seems to have blindsided both Lively and Reynolds, leaving them caught off guard by just how far Baldoni is willing to take this legal fight.
In this day and age, the only way that you can truly get back and is to prove your innocence. It's not be found guilty. It's to prove your innocence. And that's what we're actively working to. So that may only be able to be done in a courtroom.
While the two continue their legal battle, the one suffering the most in all of this is Ryan, as sources claim that their marriage is being affected by the lawsuit. In an amended version of her lawsuit filed on February 18th, the Gossip Girl star said the emotional impact of the lawsuits had been extreme, and she said her husband and their 4 children, daughters James 10, Inez 8, Betty 5, and son Olin 2, had all suffered as a result of the ordeal. It's been really hard for Blake and Ryan, a second source told the publication, adding that couple are attempting to stay positive and support each other. There are good days and bad days for both of them, they added. A third source insider opined that Blake and Ryan have had their lives turned upside down, adding that it's been hard for the two. The first source made it clear that the Deadpool star is standing by his wife. They're supporting one another, they said. Despite the alleged turmoil created behind the scenes by Baldoni's lawsuit and online backlash to Lively's own suit, Lively has been attempting to present a cool and collected public face. At the March 7th premiere of her new sequel, Another Simple Favor, at the South by Southwest Film Festival, Blake Lively tried to do something special for her fans. She took a break from the red carpet to chat with them and sign autographs, even stepping over to greet those waiting behind a concrete barrier. But even that small gesture backfired. Social media influencers who have been siding with Baldoni twisted the situation, falsely claiming that Lively was using Paul Feig's wife as a fake fan to make the premiere look more packed than it actually was. To make things worse, Lively's excitement about filming Another Simple Favor didn't sit well with some fans, especially since her co-star Anna Kendrick was much more reserved in her comments. According to Us Weekly, a source explained that this wasn't about tension between them, but simply a difference in personality. They described Kendrick as a type A personality, while Lively has a more relaxed attitude. The source also made it clear that while the two actresses are friendly, they don't interact when they're not working, adding that Lively's ongoing legal drama doesn't help, even as many of the facts in the case haven't been fully interrogated in court.
I actually do believe that Ryan Reynolds has demonstrated that he's a narcissist. He's a total narcissist. He cannot comprehend a world. I truly believe he cannot comprehend a world in which him and his wife are not liked. This entire lawsuit, I believe, happened because him and Blake Lively were deluded enough to believe that it was inorganic traffic online. Like this, there's no way people don't like us. We're so wonderful. We're so amazing. We're so hot. We're so pretty. Our friends are rich. We know Taylor Swift. The world loves us.
Blake wishes people would wait and see how things pan out in court before making judgment, they said, adding that the couple think the backlash has grown out of control. Usually when someone says they are a victim, there's some grace, but they feel like they haven't experienced that, the source claimed. Despite the backlash, the third source said Lively had no plans to stop doing her job and taking care of her livelihood. She won't be hiding, they declared. The whole experience has been devastating for Blake and Ryan, but they're not running away from it, they continued. They know what really happened and they're going to stand up for themselves. The update on Lively and Reynolds' marriage came after Reynolds made a blistering demand to be removed from Baldoni's lawsuit against his wife. Things escalated even further on social media, with many fans claiming that Ryan is backing off and not supporting his wife. In reality, the battle was between Baldoni and Blake, but Ryan's career and personal life were also taking a hit. The pressure was affecting not just him, but his family as well, which could take a serious toll on his life and health. However, Blake fired back at Justin Baldoni's vengeful and rambling $400 million lawsuit, calling it a complete misuse of the legal system that has no business being in federal court. In a motion to dismiss the case, she made it clear that under California law, she's fully protected by legal privileges related to litigation, fair reporting, and sexual harassment claims, meaning Baldoni has no grounds to sue her.
But Blake Lively's following her husband's footsteps because Ryan Reynolds also asked to dismiss this lawsuit. So
Everyone's trying to get out of the lawsuit.
Yeah.
First, it was the publicist Leslie Sloan, then it was Ryan Reynolds, and now it's Blake Lively claiming that it was vengeful and rambling and that it goes against a California penal code that says you are not, you're abusing the legal system and that you're not allowed to have retaliatory lawsuits, all right? So it's hilarious, though, because Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, actually is, he's a street fighter.
And let's be real, these accusations against someone like Baldoni Hard to wrap your head around. But Blake isn't just claiming harassment, she's saying he actively tried to destroy her reputation. Meanwhile, Baldoni isn't taking this lying down, and Blake, well, she stirred up even more drama by casually dropping that her husband, Ryan Reynolds, wrote the iconic rooftop scene in It Ends With Us. The only problem? The actual writer barely got any recognition. Fans didn't hold back, calling her out for stealing the spotlight when the credit wasn't hers to take. Now, people are starting to question, are Blake's acting skills really what got her this far? Or has she just been coasting on her looks and Hollywood connections? It seems that the lawsuit Blake filed has taken a serious toll on Ryan Reynolds and their family. On the other hand, Baldoni doesn't have much to lose, which is probably why he's staying so calm on TV. Meanwhile, Ryan has reportedly requested to be removed from the lawsuit, and many fans believe this could be the beginning of their marriage falling apart.